Hey, let's podcast already.
Shit. I'm Javi Luna, husband, father, and oh yeah, stand-up comedian. I've been fortunate enough to spend over a decade traveling the country, making audiences laugh. But my favorite audience is the one right here at home in Corpus Christi, Texas. My wife and co-host, Jen. Once a week, we sit down and have a chat. There's other podcasts like this, but this one's mine. And that makes it original. Oh, nice. That's how you come back from a podcast hiatus, man. Back at it like a crack addict. The original Gordito podcast. Fuck what you heard, man. You thought we were gone? You thought it was over? It ain't never over, homie. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, sorry for the delay.
The slight break.
The little break that turned into the long break. Man, thank you to everybody that has checked in on us. We're secured up in here in this, and you know we're in an undisclosed location. I know it looks like the old studio,
But it's
not, man. We just rebuilt this. We're in an underground bunker somewhere, man. Times have changed, all right.
Right?
You know, eggs are $7.
Oh, goodness.
A dozen, and people are losing their damn minds.
Yes, they are.
I try not listen. We'll get into the reason for the break. why we were gone as long as we were in a minute. But for my own mental health, I stay out of the news as much as I can. I 100%. Read it. I don't read any comments. I read, okay, what's going on? What do I need to know? And I get in and I get out. News to me is like HEB. What if you're just out there looking for stuff, and don't go hungry. Right? If you're looking for stuff to worry about, you're gonna find it in the news. You know what I'm saying? Go and get the information that you need that pertains to you and your family. Get the hell out.
Gotcha.
Right? That's how I handle the news. So I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna speak on it too much. What the hell's going on with the eggs?
No clue.
But all I know is that I've seen people losing their mind. Of course. You know,
I just know they're expensive as fuck.
Okay, so you don't know anything else.
That's
Apparently,
all I know.
What I've picked up from TikTok, okay, because I'm an adult.
And you TikTok.
I'm an adult, so I get a lot of my information these days from TikTok. It's I love TikTok. I know. Hey, China's got all my information. Whatever, jeez. It's all good. It's gonna happen. You know. What do you need to know about me, China? I'll tell you. I'm an open book. China. You don't need to be going through my phone. Just ask me if you need to know something. China, just call me up. You got my number. Call me up.
True.
Be like, Javi, what are you into? China, how about you just listen to the podcast?
Right.
I'll tell you everything you need to know on here.
There you go. Yeah.
But what I picked up is apparently a whole generation of chickens got knocked out by the bird flu.
Oh,
so therefore driving up the price of eggs, right? And of course, eggs are an important commodity. I don't know if they're actually a commodity or not.
I don't like eggs.
But okay, that was gonna get to my thing. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, eggs are so expensive." You can live without eggs.
100%.
Right? People are acting eggs. like people. I get a gasoline or whatever. Like you know. If you don't live somewhere where public transportation's readily available, like it's very hard to live without gasoline.
Sure.
Water. Eggs. Do you need a 3-egg omelet?
No.
Every morning?
No.
No. There's stuff you can. There's people that have whole ass egg allergies.
Yes, they do.
That live an otherwise
an egg-free life.
Normal life. You can even make cakes without eggs.
Yes.
If you absolutely need to. There's egg-free.
I've never done it though.
Yeah, I've never done it. I'm sure it tastes a little bit different, but you know, my thing is my concern is as we've seen tons of examples especially in the last few years, is I'm a firm believer in the price you pay is the price that will stay.
Oh,
you feel me?
Yes.
So if eggs are ridiculously expensive, I would just stop fucking buying them, because guess what, guys? Even when they recover whatever it is, the problem is that they're having, they ain't gonna lower that shit.
No,
Because they know
because
you're
we've been
willing. They
paying
know
it.
you're willing to pay it now. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
so right.
This is what you come to the OG podcast for, all right? A little bit of insight, a little bit, a little bit of perspective.
Remind me to delete eggs off the grocery list.
Man, we don't need eggs. We don't need eggs. And I know because
boys
we
love
are an egg
eggs.
family, okay? Prior to the hike, right? We dozen eggs is breakfast for us, between us and our 3 kids. They're all egg lovers. They just, luckily for us, they're just getting out of that phase where eggs is at one point the only thing they'll eat. Man, if you have those kids, I'm sorry, man, because I know if this had been,
a year ago,
maybe a year or 2 ago, even,
oh my gosh, yeah,
it would have been more difficult. But guess what? They were. You're gonna learn today. There's lots of because their favorite tacos were the egg and cheese tacos, right?
Yeah, egg and cheese.
I used to hate paying $2
That's ridiculous.
for a taco of egg and cheese. It made my blood boil every time. I was like,
but you're such a good daughter, so you did.
Well, here's the thing, because and sometimes there's a couple times where I was like, you know what? If that's what you're gonna order, I'll just make it. I'm gonna go get my taco from over there.
Save some
I
money.
can make you some eggs over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good tacos that don't have eggs, right? And I know everyone, chorizo and egg, potato and egg, and egg, whatever right? But there's other taco, potato and chorizo, boom, good taco.
You were the first one to introduce me to that.
Potato, chorizo, and bean is a killer taco.
My favorite is bean, bacon, and cheese.
Bean, bacon, and cheese, the staple, right?
It's the best.
You know what I'm saying? There's other, there's other good.
Barbacoa.
Barbacoa has no eggs in it. You know what I'm saying? Lengua,
I can live without eggs.
Barbacoa adjacent, but yeah. So, just talking about huevos to start off. You're probably like, God damn, he came back. He took almost a year off.
Wow, a year.
I don't know. I meant to go look before we did this, but in between trying to the studio, the corner of our living room in which we record this gem of a podcast became the storage area.
Yes,
for all of Javi's junk. Anything that's mine, that's around the house, where it shouldn't be, I could find it thrown here spot. Somewhere in this little 4x4 area of the house.
I mean, you got drawers and stuff.
No, this is me, guys. When I say this feels like a home, this is actually where like 99% of my shit lives in the house.
That looks good, though.
It's good. It looks good. Miss Luna, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been
good seeing you from this angle right here.
I know. It's been crazy. I'd been so busy with school. I don't even know if we told the peeps I went to school.
So let's get down to it. Why did we disappear, Mrs. Luna, for so long?
Because I decided to further my education and become a principal.
A school principal.
A school principal, yeah.
You're gonna be a pinchable, as we used to say in my household growing up.
I was gonna say, who said that?
My family had a lot of inside jokes. I come from an inside joke family. Okay,
yes,
so a lot of them come from stories from when we were kids, like most families, right? Mm-hmm. Kids say the damnedest things.
Sure.
And apparently, my brother Jay, my older brother, when he was young, was unable to say the word principal.
Oh, okay.
He pronounced it pinchable. And my mom worked at the school, so you're like say, well, how often does a kid say the word principal? Well, my mom worked at the school, so quite often she was very close with her school principals all the time. I think I've mentioned that before, and so So yeah, so my baby's gonna be a pinchable, right?
Yes.
But I'm not gonna put all that on you, right?
Okay.
Okay, because that's not the only reason
Sure,
we took
no.
a break. I mean,
But it took up a lot of time.
it's certainly the reason that we stayed as long as we did. I'll say that initially though we took a short little break because we were just kind of a little
Hmm,
fizzled,
yeah, just
you know, in the middle of that whole pandemic and
Yes.
trying to figure out the quote unquote the new normal
Correct.
as they say. Took a little break. It was just supposed to be for a couple
Oh, a
weeks
couple of weeks. That's what I was gonna
initially. I
say.
was
A
like,
few weeks.
you know, this is my longest running podcast that I've ever had.
Seriously? Longest running?
Longest running. Vatos Locos, a podcast, a distant second. We ended at 76 episodes. So we
What?
made it on this one. Like, I think haven't looked. I don't know what episode number this is, but I think it's somewhere in the 120s. I think, if I'm not mistaken, because
Wow.
we made to episode 100, and then we kept going for
Yeah, a little
a
bit.
while after that before we.
Yeah,
So we're
those
not quite a
memories were
year off.
popping up about the
Not quite a
100.
year off, and then you know, uh, then by that time, where it, you kind of life catches up with you.
Right.
You get busy. I was battling with my mental health journey
Right.
again. Again trying to figure out, was I going to do the special? I was kind of,
Mm-hmm.
is this really what I want to do? Is this really, okay? I'm going to self produce it, and how much money is that going to cost? And I
Right.
started wanting to put my energy into that, and I was low on energy. So doing
Mm-hmm.
two projects at the same time. I think had I not taken that break, I think I wouldn't have been able to focus my mind on okay, I need to get back on the road. And I did a
Mm-hmm.
string of shows kind of around everywhere in preparation. I was going up to Austin quite
Yes.
regularly, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get on stages, trying to just okay, what material am I going to record on this thing? And then it was time for you to start school, and
Yes.
for me to go into stay at home dad mode.
Dad mode.
Right? How did I do?
You did fan-flippin-tastic.
Uh huh.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like, I would have meals prepared for
Uh huh.
me.
Yeah.
You had Lindsay taken care of
Tell them.
all the time. She would come out every once in a while to like get a hug or
You know what I'm
something,
saying?
but you held that shit down, Dad.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you
You know what
did.
I'm saying? That's
Dad of
what
the year.
so don't think how I fell off just because I've been in the lab with a pen and a pad being a dad.
Hey,
Hey,
I like
you know what I'm
that.
saying? We back at it like a crack addict, so don't give me no static.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's been a minute, but we back up in it.
Wow.
Okay? This
Wow.
energy we coming with at
Okay.
2023. And if you don't like that we took a year off, hey, stay mad 2023, baby, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
I like that.
No apologies in 2023.
I like that.
We're no I'm excited. I'm excited right now.
I am
I don't
too.
know if you can tell if that excitement it's
I can feel the energy.
it's been a year. By the way, if you're watching it, we're going with the video. The video is going to be out on YouTube. Man, we're here. Wait to the camera. We got the different angles. We're trying to come at it from a different way.
Yeah.
Of course, everything's geared right now. The special is recorded,
Yes,
guys. I
sir.
know if you continue to follow me off of the podcast, I know some
Mm-hmm.
of you just this is how you keep up with me. I found that out because some of you reached out and like, hey, are you
Hey,
okay?
bro.
Like, what's going on? It's like, yeah, no, sorry, didn't mean to alarm anybody. Just kind of had to go into my shell a little
Hiatus,
bit and
yeah.
like turtle, and so right now we did record it in July.
Yes.
The post production process took a lot longer
Mm-hmm.
than I thought.
How long did you think it was going to take?
Listen, I thought I was going to have this thing out before the end of the year. I fully thought that.
Really?
And I thought I was being generous. In fact, some people looked at me like I was crazy.
Really?
I mean, you even
Well, I remember when you said by your birthday, and I was like, that's real early November.
You thought so? I thought you were thinking the other way. I thought you were thinking that, because some people were like, after 3 weeks, they're like, so when's it come out? It's like, it takes a little bit longer than that. And when I told some people to the end of the year, they were like, I had no idea it takes that long. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, usually whoever you're working with, they got other projects. They, if you know anything about video people, I mean, they shoot a project. Yeah, but they're always shooting projects. Other projects, and so then they got to schedule in if they're doing the editing for it, they got to allow that time too. Yeah, and I got a chance to work with a good friend of mine, Gerald Flores from Tuxedo Goose Films. Yay. The taco gear, the taco chair. He was very kind enough to work a very generous deal with me so that I could get this done within my budget, but. If you've heard me talk about kind of my reluctancy to do something like this, a big concern of mine was quality. Definitely. Right? I don't want to put no bullshit out, but within means. I also don't, like the podcast. The podcast, we do the best we can with what we have available to us, and you upgrade as you can kind of situation. So I didn't want to rush him. He's such a talented guy. He agreed, and I mean it's beautiful. The special. I honestly I can't wait for y'all to see it. It looks like it was a much higher budget project than what it is, which just proves is you can't rush. You can't quality, rush it. Man. So I'm excited though that we are at the tail end. It's still not actually done, but we will be done. We will be done in very shortly. Gerald knows. It's time. I got to get it out. To the point where people are like, I had a show last night and I ran into a couple that was there back in July for that show. And I was like, hey, the special's going to come out in March. And they're like, oh, well, great. We've been trying to figure out, like, we've been kind of like looking for it, like in different places to see maybe we missed it. Aww. I was like, oh, no. I was like, you're not going to stop hearing about it. Right. Like, so for the next, it's coming, month and a half and probably long after that, I'm doing the rounds. I've already put the word out to all the comedians in Texas. If you got a podcast, I'll be on it, man, because this is going to be a grassroots campaign. We are putting it on YouTube. Yes. That's another thing that maybe you hear it here first, folks. Because previously my goal was to put it on Amazon. Since in the last year, though, YouTube has become just this force to be reckoned with in the world of stand-up comedy specials, right? It's before, if you put a special on YouTube, it screamed amateur. Okay. Right? Like oh, that's the only place that you could go. Since that time, though, a lot of big names in comedy have started putting their stuff directly on YouTube and maintaining complete ownership. Comedy is like 20 years behind the music industry, right? You always hear the about, you got to own your masters and all that. Comedians didn't learn anything from the music industry. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, you own your stuff. Anyway, Comedy Central, where do I sign my soul away? Right? Okay, Netflix, yeah, I'll take whatever check you're gonna write for me. True. And do my show, and now you own it in perpetuity, right? You learn that word in entertainment, which means I was going to say for people who don't know, which means forever. Okay, right? Like that. Whatever it is you did for them, it's ours, sucker. You ain't never getting it back, and we can use it in whichever way we see. And fit. That has to be the hardest for people who especially do it all themselves, that they lose that ownership. Yeah. Even if you self-produced it and then sell it to someone, they then own it, right? Yeah. So a lot of guys, like I said, big names. You got guys like Andrew Schultz, who went and he actually bought his special back from Netflix. He had sold it to Netflix. Really? Didn't like what they were going to do with it because, like I said, they could do whatever. He's like, I want it back. And they're like, well, you got to pay us X amount of dollars. So he raised that money, bought it back from them, and then put it out on YouTube. And I don't know if he broke a record or anything, but I know it's in millions upon millions and millions of
Wow.
views. So even Steve Thorino, former mentor of mine,
Yes.
put out a special on YouTube. Steve was one of the quintessential, his first one was on Showtime, and he had one on Netflix, and he's been on HBO, and Amazon. I mean, he's had one on pretty much every single streaming service. And this last one, he was like, I'm putting it on YouTube because that's where people are consuming
their media,
comedy. Even Ali Sadiq from Houston hit 12 million views on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do these kinds of numbers, but the fact of the matter is, what this points to is that YouTube is where people are consuming stand-up comedy in full hours, like this, right? And then clips, and then the amount of, and then that's the other game that's going to be the whole TikTok and Instagram reel game, to be able to chop up this special and have content. Content is one thing I've always struggled with, right? And it's that's one thing that this podcast was about, right? Because it's a simple way to every week check in with y'all, clip up some videos,
get the word
stay
out
there, right? So that's another good thing about the special, guys. So I'm not gonna stop talking about it. These next 5-6 episodes leading
as
up,
you should.
Leading up, I'm still not solid on a date because I have to have it in my hand. I want to have it completely ribbon on it before I give a solid date. It's gonna be beginning of March. Okay. Trying to plan it around my son. My oldest is turning 16 years old.
Yes,
I'm sure we'll talk about that coming up, because that's gonna be a oh, I'm getting old moment for me. And
yeah, your baby.
Yeah, my baby's turning 16, man. And so but I want to do it in March. So because it's time, and it's time for me to start getting out there and
getting on the road
and getting on the road with it, right? And whatever traction I get off of it, and I'm sure if my life patterns are any indication, it's going to be a slow start, but I'm willing to put in the work. All I need from you guys listening is just watch it, tell as many people about it, man.
Watch it, share it.
I mean, share it, man. Share it, with whatever genuineness you have or feel about it. If you're listening to this show, I trust that it's because you dig me on some kind of level, right? That's the only reason you have to listen to it. And hopefully it entertains you. Of course, as well. So just whatever. Whenever it comes out, send the link to a friend, a couple friends. Be like, hey man, check this out. I dig this dude, and he's really funny, and I think you.
And I think you'll like it too. Funny.
Oh, it is. Trust me, because we've made ourselves watch it a bunch of times now through this editing process, and the fact that I'm even as the person that wrote it and performed it, I still find some stuff to laugh at. It was 2 great shows in July. We recorded it here in Corpus at Aurora Arts Theater, and this is not promotional Javi speaking. When I say it was 2 of the best sets that I can remember ever having, and I'm not saying that lightly. And to do that on the same night. Usually, I mean, I've had hot shows before, like memorable sets. Are like, man, that was great, and then like the next show after that is like, it was good, but not as good, right? These were 2 like, holy shit, those are 2 fire sets on the same night. Did about 30 minutes of material that on the second show that wasn't even on the first show,
which was insane to see.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy to see.
Yeah. So, and which I needed, right? Because one thing I've learned, one thing that's always terrified me about specials, is I know a lot of comics, I look up to a lot of comics, and I see their specials, and nothing against them. It doesn't capture what they can do live. So I knew that going in. You lose something about camera, that not being in the room, not feeling that energy, you're gonna lose something. So if you want it to be hot on camera, it's gotta be complete destruction in real life,
right?
Because it's like, I think it's like 80%. You lose like 80% of the fire from there. So I'm really happy with how much of the magic of the Javi magic we were able to capture.
Because I still see fire when I see it.
Well, good.
So, yeah,
good.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm my harshest critic. I wouldn't be an artist if I wasn't, right? That's part of being an artist.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So to just make sure, you like I said, look out for that. It'll be beginning of March. The podcast, we're gonna, stick with it again. We're not gonna, we're not teasing you.
No, this is it.
Okay, like we're back. We're back for a while. I'm not saying that we're not gonna take another little break. I'm not gonna say that won't ever happen again, because we just had to turn the cameras off a minute ago, because the 4-year-old is.
What is it? Fornager? Fornado?
Fornado.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. She going through what do they call it? Sleep regression.
Yes.
Right. She bedtime is a 2-hour event.
Yes, we're back to those days
in this household. And then trying to record a podcast, but we're doing this. We're gonna do it. As far as the release date, I'm gonna have to see what, if we record on Sunday, what realistically, it's still me. We haven't added to no team yet. I do have someone that I'm working with in Houston that's offered to help. I'm gonna see what he can do for us as far as putting stuff together.
That'd be nice.
And see, man, I'm not perfect. I got control issues.
Guys, yeah, I really can't imagine.
It's got to be someone I trust, which is the reason I went with Gerald on the podcast, because I know how meticulous he is with what he does, and I knew he was going to do a good job, and the fact that I was able to hand over a project like this to someone else was a little growth. Little growth on Javi Luna's part. I've had a lot of growth. You understand?
Yeah.
I grew the hair. Some of you will notice if you're watching the video.
Oh, it's been that long.
It's been that long. I mean, my hair was long then, but
it's long.
You know what I'm saying? They say long hair don't care.
Is that what they say?
And my hair is longer, so my give a fuck is stronger. You
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
So they're saying no apologies 2023. Fuck with me. Stay mad.
Oh, stay mad?
Yeah, that's my new motto.
Okay. Hashtag stay mad.
Hashtag stay mad.
Okay. I don't know who's mad and why, but
I don't know.
It.
Voices
stay
in my
mad.
head. You know what I'm saying?
Stay mad.
Maybe we're going into the fight mode here.
Okay.
Because
you know, I got your back. So tell me.
Because we gotta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta. When you're trying to do something like what I'm doing, putting out the special.
Yes.
You gotta go. The Tigre Gordo gotta come out.
Oh, I forgot about the.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tiger mindset.
Shit.
The eye of the tiger. The heart of the Gordito. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I hear you.
So let me believe that there's some people mad out there, okay?
Okay, stay mad.
Because you know what I'm saying? Stay mad. Stay mad 2023.
Stay mad.
I'm going to turn into like a rat. Hey, fuck the haters. All the haters. Fuck them. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I was telling a friend of mine the other day. I was like, you understand, like, because she was saying, I'm not putting all her business out there. She was just saying something along the lines like, I wonder what they have to say about this, and I was like, probably nothing.
Who was they?
She was talking about.
I'm
not putting her business out there.
Yeah,
her story, she was. I wonder what so and so has to say about this.
Gotcha.
And as a friend. sometimes I believe you have to bring people down to earth. Probably nothing.
Right.
Probably nothing. We're all the main characters in our own heads, right?
Oh, 100%.
And we are the worst about I mean, there's a chance. Yeah, some people are just envidiosas, chismosas. They gotta. There are those people that have to say some shit about everyone else. But more than likely, the chances that you run through someone else's head or your name comes out of their mouth as often as they happens in your head is probably not equal.
Not even close.
Right? But I did tell her this. I was like, but you know what? Because she's trying to do something. She was trying to accomplish something herself. I was like, but if you need that, if that's some type of fuel for you, then fucking hold on to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that
fuels the fire.
Yeah, if that fuels your fire, because I've been there, man. Sometimes when I believe in the power of the underdog, man. When everyone thinks that you can't do it, that I mean, for some people that's a big motivator.
Yes.
Right? You know, that tells you, no, fuck you. You know, I can do it. I'm a sucker for a good underdog story. You know, I love movies like Rudy and shit like that. You know, or
I was saying The Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid, yeah. Who doesn't love a good underdog story? You know
Definitely.
So look out for my underdog story, guys.
Coming soon.
You know what I'm saying? Just a poor kid from the mean streets of Corpus Christi, Texas, man.
Okay, well, you can't say the mean streets and then have that kind of tone. No. I don't think it works like that. Doesn't work that way? That's not the mean streets? It doesn't sound very mean, but okay.
I mean, my street was pretty mean, but I didn't go outside that much. I stayed inside. I wasn't. For the furthest I went on my street, I went to Times Market. Go get me a pickle.
Of course, a pickle. Why am I not surprised?
That's what I miss. That's what I miss. The giant pickle jar.
But everybody's hands.
I know, but there was nothing like that. You get the tongs, and.
But there was people who didn't get the tongs.
That's why I feel like my immune system's, you know.
Wait, probably
pretty good because I ate pickles out of the jar at the Times Market, and look, hey.
Probably.
Knock on wood.
You might have a point.
I survived. I did get COVID finally.
Yes, I was dodging that shit.
I was dodging that motherfucker. You were out of the country.
Yes.
When I got it.
And you didn't tell me.
You went on a cruise, on an international cruise.
Yes. That sounds bougie as fuck.
But yeah.
But I'm not.
You went with your mama.
I did.
All right, don't. The special ain't come out yet, guys. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, I got it. You know, girl, go ahead, go. I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna send you on a cruise. You go ahead, babe. Say you can have whatever you like. You can have whatever. No.
Shit.
No. Your mama had an extra ticket.
Yeah, she did.
This is something they've been planned years in advance.
Yes, and then COVID
so it's not her fault. Like that, I happened to get sick.
Yeah.
You had on this, but at the same time that you were going on this trip, I was going to be in Denver.
Yes.
For a week, our annual trip out to Denver. With Chingo and Midnight, and I hadn't been with the two of them together in so long. So it wasn't something that I was willing to cancel.
Yeah.
So we went out, and I came back from Denver with COVID. It wasn't the strain that I was hoping to come back with, but bro, I got the wrong strain. You see? in Denver, and I didn't want to tell you.
Yes.
Because there's nothing you could do about it. Like
True.
It was my first time with it. And luckily, I had all the kids here. So
the boys were here helping.
The boys were here. So I basically locked myself in the bedroom, and told Josh, call me if there's like an emergency.
Like emergency.
But otherwise I'm gonna be in this room kind of situation. Came out to get soup, hydrated. I honestly was probably only like sick with it for like I think 2 or 3 days.
Well, that's
I would say
good.
where I didn't feel well, and I think that is because of the pickle jars.
It all comes back
to the pickle jars with the dirty ass little metal tongs.
Oh God.
You sit there because remember they used to keep mine used to keep the pickle jar in the beer trough.
Yes.
Where the beers were with all the ice.
Yes.
And everything, and the pickles were in there. And you reach in and you get the little sack, the same beer sack, the same stack, the little for the beer cans, same sack. You put the pickle in the brown paper bag.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
You're like flooding me with memories. Oh my God.
And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you got that iron stomach.
Helps with that iron stomach, man.
So that's where I messed up.
Yeah.
Well, now I know. So Lindsay needs some pickles.
You know what I'm saying? We need the communal pickles. Enough with enough with the pickles in a pouch. Enough with them. That's what's hurting our immune systems right now.
Pouch pickles.
The pouch pickles. That's the problem.
Oh man, getting a bad rap.
You know what I'm saying? Enough. No hot mamas. No big papas.
Wait, that's what they're called?
No sour sis. What is this, sour sis?
No.
Yeah, they all have names. They all they've anthropomorphized pickles.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's how they name them. The sour pickle is the sour sis. The hot pickle is hot mama, and the just big regular deal is the big papa.
That is so not necessary.
Why couldn't you just call it dill, hot, and sour? I don't know. Apparently there was a big dip in the pickle market at some point.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they hired a crack advertising team.
Marketing.
They had a PowerPoint presentation and everything.
Is that hot mama?
Some dude straight out of Cornell Business School.
Shit.
He said, "Well, our market analysis shows that people are not identifying with pickles on a personal level."
Oh shit!
So what if the pickle, had like a personality of sorts, a face?
Oh, that's funny. Oh goodness.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Pickle sales way down. Plummeted. Because if you think about it, after a certain age, like unless you're like I think Latinas were the only ones keeping the pickle market like afloat. I'm talking about whole pickles. I feel like after a certain age, like a lot of people, like unless you're at the movies,
okay,
right?
You
don't go and buy a whole pickle.
Like maybe a road trip though.
Maybe on a road trip. But then if the people in the car are sensitive with you, I don't even buy pickles on a road trip unless I'm by myself. Because some people are sensitive to certain smells. And pickles they're a stinky snack.
They are
a stinky snack. There's no hiding when you ate a pickle.
No.
It's like Doritos.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter if you brush your teeth right after. Everybody knows you ate Doritos.
Or fish tacos.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how I felt on Friday.
And so I feel like I said, like Latinas are the only ones like keeping that market alive. The whole pickle market. Because no one wanted to go in the can, different stuff. And then sometimes you don't eat the whole pickle, right? And then you got like half a pickle, and then you're like, do I put it in the refrigerator? And then it gets all weird and dried out, and you're not going to eat it again after that. So I think most people consume pickles on like a pickle chip slice areas. The chunks are very popular. Even we've adopted the pickle chunks, right? Because sometimes I haven't got time to eat a whole pickle, but I can eat a little chunk of a pickle.
Right. True.
The only people, because they get the big pickle and the hot Cheetos. So like I said, pickle sales drastically down. They're like, hey, we're gonna have to start individually packaging these. We got to get a mascot. We got to
mascot.
We got to get these pickle sales up, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel?
I feel fantastic.
Back in the saddle.
I really missed it.
We didn't miss a beat.
Oh no,
people
not
been
at
asking.
all.
We know y'all been missing it, guys. We've been missing it too.
I really did. I didn't know how much I missed it until we sat down today.
And we by the way, those that have checked in, those have been like, "Hey, when's it coming back?" Yeah. Just knowing that y'all missed it, it really was a big motivator into getting it started back up again. So we're back, baby.
We're back.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? We bring in that energy, long hair. We got the shades. Hey, if you don't like it, stay mad. 2023, baby.
Mad.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. No apologies this year.
I love it. I'm down.
We're changing some things up. Like I said, we're going straight video. We're trying to keep it more on the 30-minute side of things. The vinyl vibe is going to become just a personal thing.
Yes.
For us, so that way we don't get hit on YouTube or anything. So today we were listening to some Chubby Checker.
It was amazing.
So if you want to go listen to what we were listening to Chubby Checker, Twist with Chubby Checker. That's the name of the album right there.
And I was twisting.
You can go. We even did a little dirty dancing here in the living room to just get the juices flowing again, and so you can go check that out on your leisure. Will it be back again as part of the show? If we ever get that Patreon started, it's going to depend on who we're able to work with, in the future to help us get stuff like that. Cause that's something I'm back subbing again. So it's not something that I can work on, during the day anymore. I'm not working from home anymore. So, we'll see. But another light change that I would like to do is I'm going to try to do my best to start ending with just a little quote for you guys, man. Like I said, this past year was difficult for me. It was a roller coaster ride, which is sometimes harder than when you're depressed. It's okay because you're depressed for a long time and that's steady. Mine was much more of it was moments of like, okay, I'm doing this is great, and then that moment, those moments of self-doubt and dips. And this, I'm gonna end this first one back with my spirit gringo, as I like to call him. If I ever joined a cult, it would be this guy's, the great Ray Riley Hubbard. Okay, a poet, a songwriter, and a badass guitar player at that. And he said the days that I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations, I have really good days.
It's a really good,
and that's my mantra, man. I've adopted that, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to still be here with y'all. I'm happy to still be making it laugh. I'm happy that I got the opportunity to record my special the way that I wanted to do it, and I'm gonna get to put it out the way I want to put it out, and hopefully, as always, the right audience finds it. It is called Javi Luna, not for everybody. For those of y'all that haven't caught on yet, that's the name of it. And that's the attitude we're adopting for this, man. Thank y'all so much, as always, for listening and laughing to the show. Baby, you got anything to say on the way out?
Nah, see, you put me on the spot.
Oh, sorry. Well, we're gonna end it on that note. The 4-year-old's still awake. I gotta go back into daddy duty, guys. As always, one love.